Greetings, everyone. It is time to finish this. Make some rings and get this thing done. Couple failures, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Hopefully. Yoink. Blue came out much better. Alright, I'm gonna need nail. Hopefully that's the right side nail. Oh yeah, that's the right size nail. Dun, 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 dun. Garbage. Metal rod. Wrap around. Dun, 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 dun. Get every little bit I can. Be acting a fool on me, camera. One ring, two ring, three ring, four ring, five ring, six ring, not quite seven. Dun, 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 dun. Welcome back, Billy Bob. Good old Billy Bob. Hello, Andrea. Tap that screen, get them likes. This night has been a long time coming. Very, very long time coming. Alright, where I left off. work these pliers in. Get some WD-40. Whole lot of flipping. How do you swipe the comments over an iPhone so I can see what he's actually doing? You don't, man. Nobody needs to see what I'm doing. You think this is a live show? Dun, dun, tap that screen. Crank up the likes. This night has been a long time coming. Hello, Bruce Stuff. Welcome to the show. Hold the live. Okay. What am I holding for? We finishing this thing tonight. I don't even know how many hours I have into this. Grand total of 4,038 rings once it is finished. Thank you for the Chili's Go Away Garden. It is a giant, well, it's a jelly cube. I've got a bit delirious on this project. Small versions are just kind of fidget toys. They roll around in your hand and nice to play with. This thing is just a monster beast that you could beat somebody with. So as far as the usefulness of this thing, I don't really know if there is one. But I've come a long way, and I'm finishing. The wire is 14 gauge drop ceiling wire. So galvanized steel. Just like paper clips. Well, if you want to learn, I do have VR tutorials available on my YouTube page, link in bio. It is much easier to see what the hell I'm doing on the virtual reality since it's, giant person-sized rings that I can teach people with. Although I'm still pissed off, the app I use for my VR studio got an update and they changed all my controls around and I really don't like the new controls. And I can't go backwards, which bothers me on a personal level. Yeah. And row's complete. More red. Thank you for the follow, Sebezi. I'm sure it's one of those 12. My metal rod of choice for this project is a 10-inch nail. I love nails. Nails make the best rods. You can just buy them in bulk, and they're easy to replace. I used to get like metal dowel rods, but I'd always forget the size I wanted, and then I had to cut them into hand size. Nails are just already made for me. Great. And cheap. I'm not even going to pinch the ends. I got enough red here. Famous last words? Nah, I got plenty. It is much easier if the loops are different colors. But really, it's just by getting those first few rows done. Once I get like a 3x3, nah, the colors don't really matter. Then I can just kind of fly through any color. Definitely easier visually for y'all to see, though. But I mean, normally when I'm just sitting bored, I just use regular old silver paper clips for these. Come back here, ring. Thank you, Ben. Office Depot jumbo paper clips only. The little ones suck. Any brand sucks. And they have to be smooth. Do not ever get the no skid paper clips because that is a weak point and they will break. They are garbage. Should have never been invented. I did get my formula back together for my spreadsheet calculations for the jelly cube sizes, but I left it at my office. And yes, there's quite a bit of complicated math in figuring out how many rings go in one of these things. Of course, you don't really need to know how many rings you're going to need in advance, but it helps before you settle down a road of no return like I did with this project. Although, to be fair, when I started, I knew it was going to be 4,000 rings, and I chose to start it anyway. These are just cheap, old, run-of-the-mill, crappy hardware store pliers. They are nothing special, nothing fancy. Now, for small work, I do recommend the Zurons, simply because they've got no threads, so you don't scratch the metal. But the powder coating that I do to get the colors kind of gives them an extra layer of durability anyway. Those are end snips. End snips. Just standard old end snips. Highly recommend. I go through 1 million of those. Oops, Mr. Ring. What is powder coating? Powder coating is a method of painting something that they normally do on car parts. And essentially you run an electrical current through your piece of metal, in this case paper clips or drop ceiling wire in my case. Once the electrical current is going through the metal, you spray it with a fine mist of colored powder, which sticks to the metal because of the electrical current going through it. Think of it like static electricity. And once it's stuck on there, You take it to the oven and you cook it, and it becomes permanently bonded, which is another reason why they use it for engine parts, because it's not only heat resistant, it's heat activated. But it adds a very undetectable layer of color, so it's not like regular paint. It doesn't chip off hardly like regular paint does. I can bend it, I can twist it, I can cut it, and it stays on there. Do not confuse it with electrolysis. Both have electricity in them, but they are different processes. I have not stopped biting my nails in 40 years. I'm not going to stop now. I grew them back out once, about 3 years ago. It looked weird. Ah, finally finished this thing. At long last. Hardly any more red to go. I'm making a giant 8x8 jelly cube with 4,038 rings. And we're on the last 100 or so. Long last. Technically, I started this thing over 2 years ago. With that being said, I also haven't worked on it in like 2 years, so so I don't know. But I worked on it for a long time. It's definitely in the 20, 30, 40, 50 hour range. I mean, the powder coating alone. It has no purpose. It has no purpose whatsoever. It is simply a thing. That's all it is. It's a thing. A very heavy thing. Definitely got enough red. Thanks for the follow, Dale. We got 4 rings out of that one. I could crimp the ends and get more, but literally this is all I need. It's one little tiny section. Just think of it like a nice looking brick that you can do stuff with. I don't know what, but stuff. Home stretch. First off, it is not coffee, it is Coca-Cola, and I drink it all the time. But it changes on what it is. It's too late for coffee. I could go for some cold brew coffee right now, but I don't have any. So Coke it is. My ring will not work on this. This is 14 gauge galvanized steel. My finger would snap. It's fine for paper clips. Ain't gonna work on this. It is. It's an American flag jelly cube. Yeah. Correct. Oh, that's the reason I made it an 8x8. It's got the correct amount of stripes, 13 stripes. So it had to have 8,000 or 4,000 rings. I took a 2-year sabbatical. Hours left? I don't know, maybe 1. Hours done? A lot. So, I mean, just get out a stopwatch and see how long it takes me to do a few rings, and then divide that by 4,038 and multiply. Then add in, at least 20-30% onto that for powder coating time, and there's your answer. I have been followed by Donald Trump supporter. I'll take it. Share the live, hit the screen, pop them likes. This project has been a long time coming for the finish line, and we are finishing it tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts. This thing is getting done. Two, 4, 6, 8, 10 more red. It took a long time, Donald Trump supporter. It took a long time. Well, I'm back. I'm back. Well, I've still got to finish the paperclip flag itself. That's got 48 stars on it, and I still got to do all the stripes. That one's fully paperclips. Then maybe I'll move on to other country flags. American flag gotta go first. Gotta finish American first. It's gonna be real interesting when I get to the countries that have like lions and griffins and stuff on their flags. And by interesting, I mean I might pass on those. Okay, these should be the last red I gotta cut. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That should be it. If for the red. And I still got the blue and white to do. Well, about to screw that up. I already got Yeah, it's the right spot. I sell nothing on this channel. I give everything away. But not this. I'm keeping this. I got way too many hours in this. The longest project I ever did that I gave away for free was a belt, which I gave away a couple of years ago. There's plenty of videos of that on my feed before I gave it away. Although I'm still pissed about that one. The follower I gave it away to never even sent me like a video, no nothing to show it got a good home. And it was like 100 hours of work. I don't know. I think Bob's going to be like the lifelong project that I just kind of work on here and there, and I'll die of old age, and he'll just get bigger. Bob will be the never-ending project. Yeah, definitely made a bad choice on who to give that away to. Thought I made a good choice, but I did not. A long time, I did not track. Most of my projects I don't track. I just do them. Another reason I don't track is I jump around projects a lot. I have a whole stack of projects that are unfinished. Could get a series of stopwatches. One lined up for each project. I miscounted. I'm going to need a couple extra rings here. Just a few. 4. Last red coil. Really, I don't even need the whole thing. Three rings. Let's get a good one. Defect. That's a good one. I don't know. I just got it back from my retirement. I gotta kind of work back into the whole giving away everything. And I gotta finish some projects that I left undone. Two, 3, and 4. I know I kind of right this time. Of course, Power. Why wouldn't I remember you from 4 years ago? I'm lying. I don't remember that dude. You would not be the first person that started after watching some of my videos. Some of them are in this room right now. Don't get your paper clips from Walmart. Nothing against Walmart, but when I was on vacation and I got bored and I wanted to get some paper clips to do some work, I could not find any of them at Walmart. It was a tragedy. Office Depot did not let me down. And no, I am not paid by Office Depot. But if they want to talk sponsorship deal, I am always open. So if anybody's got an Office Depot hookup, I will work for paper clips. Last red ever on this project. Oh. Well, I didn't, Brittany. I took a long, long break. Ah, hell, I missed 2. I took a long break. Hopefully I can get 2 out of this quill. I think so. Gonna have to look at this nice and hard before I say I'm done. Okay, now the last red. Hopefully. Got it. Alright, one last look at the red. Make sure I didn't miss any others. Nope, I did. Right there. Damn it. This is what I get. I'm getting rushy here at the final end of it. I don't know exactly how heavy it is. I'll have to throw it on a scale later, but it's maybe 15-ish pounds. It's pretty heavy. For a cube the size of it is. I mean, it's... Obviously, there's air between the circles, but that's a lot of wire. A lot of wire. Knowing me, I will straighten out a ring later and do the math. Oh my God. You're going to have to ask Google that one. I cannot convert pounds to kilograms. Do we have any knowledgeable Brits in the audience? I just realized the irony. Making the American flag. Gotta convert the... There we go. When was it that I started this 2 years ago before I took my break? Well, I've been back from my break. I know that was a long break. Sabbatical. When I took my sabbatical. So, not really good judge on that one. Okay. The red is now finished, thank God. Don't need you anymore. Now I just need blue and white. Should have enough white there. And I got blue fresh out the powder coater. Could use it as a pin cushion. Yeah. All right. Blue and white, and that's a wrap. This is not a desk. The desk is glass, and that is literally a piece of poster board that I just have on top of it. So I can get a brand new just by getting a new piece of poster board. Thank you for the follow, Ali. Yuck. Four rings, 5 rings, 6 rings. You get some white to go with it. the white and the blue at the same time. How did I start the cube? Well, got a whole bunch of rings and I colored them. Then I just made a much, 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 much bigger version of this. This is a 3x3, which is only 190 rings versus the big one, which is 4,380. Refreshing. Hello, Laura. And no, I did not come back last night. I was gonna come back and finish this last night on July 4th, but I didn't finish powder coating until like 12:30 in the morning. I'm like, okay, it's time to go to bed. I had work today. I have a tutorial. I have a VR tutorial on my YouTube page. It's much easier to see giant floating imaginary rings. That I can stand in. Yes, and if for whatever reason the link isn't working or something like that, it is Paperclip Coda on YouTube as well. Paperclip Coda everywhere. Everywhere. Making a giant American flag jelly cube, and we are finishing it. Because America. Thank you for the follow, Susan. I'm sorry, Susan Daniels 455. I should use the full name. Thank you for the follow. That one I'm having trouble with. Kaylee Campbell? I think it's Kaylee. I didn't think about that. What is it? The typhophobia or whatever it is? They can't look at holes. Yes, I can see people having a problem with this. Thankfully, I don't have that problem. Dun, 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 dun. I think with a follow Lolo Bear. It feels fantastic. Chainmail feels wonderful. And it flows like fabric when it's made properly. Paperclip glove. So these rings are drop ceiling wire. You can find it at your local hardware store. It's the stuff that holds those crappy drop ceilings. 14 gauge specifically. They also make 16 gauge, but 16 gauge is weak. But everything else I make, like Steve and my gloves, those are all paper clips. Hence the name Paperclip Coda. It's rare for me to use other metals. sometimes you just need a giant ass cube. And the paper clips would be too small. Maybe with a follow goose. Bad pinch. Maybe with a follow Shannon. Oh, trust me, I still tell people about that elevator cable. So my maintenance guy at work, I gotta throw the elevator cable guy away. My maintenance guy at work used to always scavenge wire for me. And I'd make things from other wire when he'd give it to me. Random. I don't know. He got the wire for this. Just a little tree. Takes about 10 minutes. I hate trees, though. It's like the first thing you learn how to make when you're doing wire crafts, and it's just so much easier than people make it look. But anyway, so he gave me a piece of elevator cable that holds elevator cars up, and he warned me about it. And we were doing a live show, and it just kept going through my fingers. Literally, like in one side and out the other. Then I got some gloves the next live show, and then it went through the gloves, and then through the fingers, and then through the backside of the gloves. So we stopped trying to work with that elevator wire. There was too much blood on this table. Dun, 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 dun. No more beverage. Wasn't that tasty anyway? Boy. Good night, Laura. Yeah, you work with wire, you're gonna get stabbed a lot. Although I'm on a nice little streak right now. I don't think I've been stabbed in a few weeks. At least not enough to draw blood. This stuff's pretty safe, though. Nice and smooth. But yes, to answer your earlier question, the reason we don't have music in the live is so we don't get slapped with copyright issues, which happened to me once way back when. And I got yanked off of live privileges for quite a while. So I learned that lesson. But with that being said, I still don't understand how TikTok has all the music on the videos, but can't reach some kind of streaming deal to allow creators to play background music on the lives like they do in the normal videos. Doesn't make any sense to me. Should just have like a built-in button for it. That would be much more productive. All blue on the outer edge. I remember that. Yeah, they used to have a whole lot more music, and then, yeah, you're right. Suddenly, like, everybody's audios just, like, disappeared because they lost the deals they had. And I could find me a playlist of uncopyrighted songs, but I don't know what the music would be. Three, 4, 5. I mean, I could always do like ASMR crafting, but this one actually doesn't make a whole lot of ASMR sounds. Except for the clipping here. This makes noise. Thank you for the share, question mark, question mark. Friends with the Riddler. Home stretch. Home stretch. Missed that hook. Tap the screen, ladies and gentlemen. It's a night that has long been foretold. And we're gonna finish. Hopefully before my battery runs out. Alright, I'm going as fast as possible. Well, any kind of hand arts and crafter has to deal with pain. You gotta bleed for your art. Unless it's modern art, which, ugh. Alright, it's not all bad, but we've all seen some pretty bad modern art. Of course, the modern art could be to just bleed for the art. I don't know. Modern art's horrible. Sorry for any modern artists in the room. But I'm speaking specifically about a certain group of modern artists. Like the bucket with the sand guy. I know y'all have all seen that video. Although I do like the robot that cleans up the spill forever. Don't start getting difficult on me now. Damn it. Should have done the blue here first. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Thought I missed a red there for a second. It's just hiding. I'm making a giant American flag jelly cube out of 14 gauge drop ceiling wire, which is galvanized steel. If you must know. Which clearly you do, because you asked. Dun, 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 Unfinished section gets smaller and smaller. Or blue. Hello, Mandy. Saw you sneaking in. Yeah. Got a bad cook on that one. Too much powder in one little spot. Causing it to flake. Salvage what I can. I'll take it. Thank you for the follow, Lexi. Okay, sorry about that. TikTok decided to tell me I wasn't actually here and I had to verify that I was alive, but whatever. Detected inactivity, my ass. My hands ain't stopped moving. TikTok still out to get me after all these years. Not that much to go. Each little row I finish gets smaller and smaller than the last. More white. Thankfully, I have those already coiled. Tap the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Drive up them likes. Let's get the people in the room. Let's do this. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you for the follow, Pubs99. Welcome to the room, Dwight Smith and Sunset 9292. I'm making a giant jelly cube out of 4,038 rings of galvanized 14 gauge steel that has been powder coated to the colors I want. More blue. Good old Pubs99 sticking with me. All right. Welcome Eve, welcome Justin, welcome Stussy, welcome Norm Belair. and Stephen Halterman and Justin Welch and Randy. We are finishing this thing. We are finishing. Thank you, Death Throne. Welcome, Nino. Welcome, Juan Mendez, 59480, and user 91829. Okay, that's too quick. I got, limits. Finishing this jelly cube. Finishing the jelly cube. Bad ring. Dun, 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 dun. Yoink. White. White and blue. White and blue. Sans sexy bonus. Okay. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, John Tucker. So close I can taste it. Thank you for the follow, Melly. Good old Melly. I knew you were a follower when you came in here. So close. So close. Oops. About to screw that up. Who is emailing me this time of night? On a Friday. Never ends indeed. When you have an unknown amount of time to fill, it makes for the perfect song. So close. Folks are still shooting fireworks around here. I'm sure that'll be going on for a few weeks. More blue. It's a bad one. Got a few of these that were overpowdered. Getting the flakes. And I have made many of these. Not this size though. This was only made this big. Oh, so that I could have 13 stripes. There was a lot of, technically stripes go that way, but there was a lot of math that went into figuring out how big this thing needed to be to have 13 rows. Not that much math, maybe 5 minutes. Thank you for the follow your cat 593. Be here for the end of the jelly cube. Aha! The 2-ring versus the 1-ring question. That has to do with what's called AR ratio. You can do it with 1 ring, but if you do it with 1 ring, it's going to be too much jelly and not enough cube. It'll just be a mass of wiggling rings. So the double cube, the double rings, allows it to maintain some kind of shape. Otherwise, it'll just be a pile of garbage. The correct AR ratio of rings to whatever you want to call it is extremely important. And it takes trial and error to figure out. I always make small cubes first as test runs. That's what that one was. So it's a matter of the size of the ring and the thickness of the gauge of the wire. All plays a part. Like if I tried to make rings that big out of paper clips, the AR ratio would be all kinds of jacked up and it would never work. That was a tough one. They would have followed Destiny Jones. They would have followed Jason Wade 979. Clippers might be getting a little dull. They will follow Jen. Tap that screen, bring in the viewers. Oh, this white one, silver one getting there. Wait. I'm making a giant jelly cube out of galvanized steel that has been powder coated. 4,038 rings to be specific. No, we didn't count them. There's a formula for that. Very complicated formula. It took a very long time. A very, very long time. But we finishing it. We is finishing this thing. As long as I can beat my battery diet. That is the goal I am now striving for. Otherwise, I will charge my phone and then come back. This is Japanese 8 and 2. That's the name of the pattern. Sheeted and stacked Japanese 8 and 2, if that means anything to anybody. Missed the hook. Home stretch. Home stretch. I will beat my battery die. Have you made any others? I have made tons of other items. Been doing this for about 20 years. This is the largest jelly cube I've ever made, but... Oi. Ah. Feel free to check out my page and see some other projects. You will see plenty of jelly cubes just because people seem to like the jelly cubes, so we make jelly cubes. All of the fans. Oi. Hello, GFY. We see ya. Byzantine is still my favorite pattern. Nothing's ever going to replace Byzantine. It's just got a special place in my heart. Well, here's a question. Can I make a... Can I cube Byzantine? I've never tried that one. I've sheeted it. The belt was sheeted Byzantine. I don't know how that would work, though. It would probably be more rectangular than cubish. Well, with the right amount of math, I could probably do it. Opinion on pineapple pizza. Pineapple pizza is a horrible monstrosity that should have never been invented unless you are Samoan. Then it's okay. But if it was between pineapple pizza or anchovies on my pizza, I would go with the pineapple. But they'd both be horrible. But fruit doesn't belong on a pizza. Don't you fall. Ah, banana pizza. Nope. 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 The only correct answer to the pizza is pepperoni and or sausage. That's all you need. All you need. Anything else is just unnecessary. I got bored. Oh, I got bored. Ain't that right, Steve? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you sit there, Steve. Like all great craftsmen, I was bored. Imagine the things our society would have never gotten done if not for boredom. I need more beverage. Hold on. I'm not even looking at my phone to see what kind of battery level I got, but I haven't gotten the 20% warning yet, though, so I think we're still good. Freaking old phone. Charging port died. So I have to put it on a wireless charger to juice back up, which doesn't really work very well for streaming. Chicago style's fine. Deep dish is fine. do prefer thick crust over thin. First project ever was a shopping cart out of paper clips. I do not know what my first project ever out of wire in general. And I don't think I really got a favorite. Yeah, maybe the windmill. Where's the windmill? I don't know, it must not be too much of my favorite. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, come here, windmill. Windmill is simplistic, nothing special about it, but it does spin, and getting anything to spin when you're made out of paper clips is that was a bit of an engineering challenge. Moving parts out of paper clips. Yeah, ball's not bad. Steve, stay out of the way, Steve. Have I ever worked with chainmail? Yes, this is chainmail. It's Japanese 8 and 2. Just made into a cube. This is a 4-in-1 European made out of paper clips. But the Jelly Cube is chainmail. Not riveted chainmail, let's be clear about that. I have never worked with riveted chainmail. Do not have the equipment for riveted. And even if I did, I do not think it'd be possible to do riveted paperclip chainmail. Not enough material. Too small gauge. Stuffed crust is alright, but we don't need all that cheese. There's already enough cheese on the pizza. Garlic Parmesan crust, though. That's the good stuff. I don't know if I've had kebab pizza. It's a new one. Kind of in the mood for some Indian. I still gotta eat me some dinner after the show. Home stretch. So close. Keep saying that, but it keeps being true. Close enough that I could count how many I need to go, but I'm not gonna. Not yet. Might end up actually cutting it kind of close on blue. Still got these though. Thank you for the Heart Me Sans Sexy bonus. You've been here for a little while now. Of course, I've been here for a little while. Calzones are okay. I ain't got nothing against calzones. Go for some tikka marsala right now, though. What is it? Chicken biryani or whatever it is. Yoink. Snip, snip, snip. Favorite kind of meat? I don't really have a favorite kind of meat. Not a big pork fan. Chicken's alright, I guess beef. Dun, 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 dun. Gonna finish. I'll eat lamb, but it's been a while. Neither here nor there. A long time. I've been working on this a long time. That's about the only definitive answer I can give you at this point. A long time. But that time ends tonight. It's the only thing that matters. And I completely missed that hook. Shoot. Gonna need the needle nose. Getting too close to the end, starting to make mistakes. Gotta be careful here. Why you do it? Boredom. It's as simple as answers I can possibly give. It's the greatest motivator for mankind ever. I mean, just think about how many things have been invented just because people got bored. We would not exist as a species. Just think of it like crochet, but with metal. It's all chainmail really is. Be prepared to stab yourself quite a bit and have some hand pain. But as hobbies go, it's worth it. Dun, 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 dun. So close. One ring after the next, after the next. Just gotta keep on trucking. Finish line in sight. Yes, they are everywhere. Work in a small confined room. If you have a small pet, do not allow them in that room. Get metal shards in the paws. Always wear shoes. Did get a paperclip straight through my toe once on a live show. That was a good night. I was not wearing shoes in my room. And it jammed itself in the carpet. So it was kind of like, yeah, that. And I went forward in the chair. That was a good night. I still video that on here somewhere. I remember it well. My hands have been stabbed plenty. I wasn't expecting to get toasted. The hands, I barely even flinch anymore. But paper clips through the toe. That was a different story. That was the 20% low battery warning. Gotta hurry. I started at 100, but I have been on live for a while, so that 20% should get us over the finish line here. We go until this phone dies or I finish, whatever happens first. No, if I try using the ring for this stuff, which is 14 gauge steel, my finger would break. That ring can do a number on you because you're actually twisting it on your hand every time. You try to twist this stuff, you're going to feel that one. Yeah, if you're doing a really long session, I've done some strange things with that ring. I've like slapped that ring on the side of a pair of pliers and all kinds of stuff just to alleviate it because your fingers will start to hurt from that ring. But it speeds up things so much faster. Thank you for the follow, Danielle DeBoard 962. Need some spaces in that name. Or underscores. Almost done with the white. Almost done with everything. Last two white rings. And that little outer edge is all blue. That's right. We're finishing. Don't worry. We're finishing. A few more minutes. We are there. That is the last white ring going on now. Just blue remains. Get these white ones out of here. Sip a beverage for the last little rush. Okay. This is it. Home stretch. I know I've been saying that for a while, but now we really are on home stretch. Oh, I remember DW July. Still have the same profile picture, though. So do I, for that matter. More blue. Overpowdered that one too. Damn it. Losing some rings. I can feel it flaking. Or didn't cook it long enough. That's also possible. Yeah, this whole coil's done. Dang it. It's alright. Still gonna finish. As long as the rest of them aren't all that way. This one's fun. Just in case, I'm going to crimp that end to give me a little bit extra. Get one extra rig out of that. Not taking no chances to run out of blue this close to the end. Go back and powder coat for one ring. That ain't happening. Not happening. Hands are starting to cramp up and get tired, but that's okay. We gonna make it. We've come too far. It has no point. Point is in whatever point you want to give it. Paperweight, something to jiggle in your hand, something to throw at people and tell them to catch before they realize how much it weighs. Then they break their hands. Then you get sued. You know, whatever. Thank you for the follow, Gloria. this way. Yeah, there's a couple of them that look a little bit lighter. But I am really low on the powder coat at the moment, so we are using them. Can always go back and yank individual ones. Otherwise, we'd have to take another hour and a half break for me to powder coat some more. But we're not. I'm finishing. I've come too long, too far. A very long time. The battery worn on my phone, so now I do really have to hurry. We are gonna beat this clock. Home stretch, home stretch. It's been a long home stretch. Such a small little piece. Gotta wrap some more. Quickly. Let's hurry. Yay. Yeah, my live pause was my phone was telling me my battery was down to 10%. I have no idea, just a very long time, but if you get a stopwatch out and you time how long it's taken me to do a few rings, and then multiply that, there's 4,380 rings in the entire project. And then you got to add in at least another 20-30% on top of that for coloring the rings. But when I'm actually assembling, I'm at a pretty same pace throughout the entire project, so it actually is possible to calculate that way. But you'd have to calculate in the time to wrap the coils as well. I don't know, because I started this one 2 years ago, but then I took a very long break. I actually started this one 3 years ago, but then I took a 2-year break. So because of that big old gap in between me taking breaks, but a long time. I would say months is definitely a safe answer. Now the actual American flag, that's going to take even longer. I mean, this thing is, like I said, 4,000 of those rings. The American flag, we've got 48 stars done, but the stripes are going to be somewhere in the 17,000 range. So that one will probably be next July 4th, maybe. What about the one behind me? Steve? I don't know, 10 hours or something? Now, Bob had a paper clip. Bob is taking quite a bit longer. But anyway, my battery's gonna die, so I gotta hurry. Stop it, Bob. You stay down. Gotta hurry. Might look, that battery's gonna die on the last ring. ring, bad ring. Don't you drop. Thank you for the follow. Shylin. Oh, man. Can't read people's names tonight. That's why I always go with easy names like Steve and Bob for my creations. You know. Skittles and Marcus and Howard and all the others. Phone will survive. We've got this. We've got this. Come on. All right. Oops, but screw that up. Come on. Fast but accurate. Fast but accurate. Well, I'm finishing this thing. I got it. Come on, phone. Hang in there. I haven't gotten the 5% warning yet, so I think we're still good. Assuming it's going to give me one. I don't know. I can't see because the phone bracket that holds the phone blocks my view of it. I only know when it's getting low because of the warnings, but I've already gotten a 10% warning. We got this. We got this. Four rings to go. Three. Two. One ring. The last ring. Ring number 4,380. And now, Steve. And ladies and gentlemen, at long last, we are done. Now let's see how much battery I got left. We have 2% battery. So we have finished. We have beat the buzzer. I am going to call it there, charge my phone, and go eat me some dinner. I will catch y'all tomorrow.